Right, well, today is the 1st of January 2022, so Happy New Year all of you lot. Let's hope it's a good one, eh? Now, in the UK, here in sunny England, believe you me, on the 1st of January it actually is sunny. We're not locked down, everything's open. Well, it isn't because it's New Year's Day, but everything could be open. So I'm just going out for a little local ride and show you what I've done, which isn't a great deal, to be honest. Now, I've bunged that up, the redundant mirror hole. That's just a plastic bung. I nearly bought some of those £10 screw-in bungs, and I thought, well, just get a whole blanking plastic bung and chuck that in there and it'll have the same effect. And that's what I did. The other thing I've done is I've got rid of the old, it was actually a mobile phone tank bag, and I've got a proper tool bag which I can now get a toolkit into. And while I had it all apart, I sprayed the rack satin black, so it's a bit more blacking out going on. That aside, I've done nothing to it. Oh, I did put a different, I haven't brought the camera with me, which is why I'm doing this off my helmet camera. I put a different camera mount there, which is held on with a wing nut. Now the downside to that, so it doesn't clash with the exhaust, is what I have to do is mount my camera upside down, and when it comes to editing any videos that I make, I'll just have to rotate it. And that's a GoPro Hero 4, which is the one I normally film updates and modifications with. But like I say, I haven't brought it with me today, so you'll have to put up with me rambling on from my helmet camera. Right, I'm about 7 or 8 miles away from home. It is literally a little local ride. Now that I've put that thing on the clutch lever, my fuel gauge is working again. So everything's back to normal in that department. Just stopped at that petrol station for a quick coffee out of a vending machine, but it hit the spot and it warmed me up and wet my whistle. And I'm steaming out, so I better just unclip my visor a bit. It's not actually too cold today, but it's cool enough that I'm steaming my visor up. What else has happened? Oh, shitloads of celebrities have died. The news is all depressing. Scotland and Wales are closed, so there's loads of Scottish and Welsh people shooting over the border to England to get pissed and be merry. Good for them, that's what I say. First of January and blue skies. Don't have a temperature gauge on this bike, but I'm wearing lightweight gloves, the old Kevlar padded jeans, so I'm not particularly I'm not dressed up for warmth, and I don't need to be. It just isn't cold. Right in the middle of British winter, and it's like this. Crazy. But like I say, it is New Year's Day, so with the exception of little corner shops and petrol stations, nothing's open really. Oh, and pubs are open, of course. And I think I drank enough over the Christmas break, so I'm not too sure that I'm going to bother with a pint today. Might have a drink when I get home later on. I'll be going to that place soon, Telford International Centre. I think it's February, and they've got the classic dirt bike show. Which is a bit like the main, a dirt bike version of how the main bike show at the NEC and Earls Court all those years ago used to be. It's not a fortune to get in, and you can pick up some pretty bloody big savings. And I say how it used to be because how the big bike show used to be, because you just don't get the discounts anymore. You might as well go online. I'm guessing there's some places in the shopping centre open, judging by the amount of traffic around here. Never gets old, that. Doesn't look very open, but who knows? Anyway, more and more people are watching my videos, but as we speak, as of this moment, I only have 48 subscribers, so come on people, subscribe, thumbs up, like, watch, do all the nice things in life, make me feel like I'm wanted, like I'm popular. And if there's anything specific you'd like to know about, either on this bike, Triumph Street Scrambler 900, which is a 2017 model, it's the first of the water-cooled ones, or on my other bike, which is a 2003 CCM Dual Sport 644, then drop a comment and say, why don't you do something about this, or why don't you tell us about that, and I'll see if I can accommodate you and help you out. Now, tempting as it is, I'm less than a mile away from a pub that I drink in on a regular basis. But I'm on my bike, and I just know if I went in there today, you wouldn't get me out the bloody place, and I'm not leaving my bike there. So that is going to be avoided today. Don't know what I've got, nothing particular planned for the next video, although the CCM is due its MOT the end of January, the end of this month. For those of you that aren't familiar with what an MOT is, it's the like the roadworthiness, the annual roadworthiness test that we have to do with all vehicles, cars, motorbikes, buses, trucks, vans, everything. And it stands for Ministry of Transport, MOT does, but we all abbreviate it to MOT. Yeah, so the CCM is due its test at the end of the, I think it's the 26th of January, I can't remember off the top of my head. Now this morning I did fit a new horn to it because the old one had got the weather in it, and it was the original. And it was sounding like a cross between a sick cat and a hamster with a sore throat. So I just spent, I can't remember how much it was, very little money, and bought some Chinese universal horn off eBay, bolted it on, plugged it in, and it's fine. It's not outrageously loud, but it's legal. And that same goes for the tool bag that I just showed you on the back of this bike. On the CCM I've got a Heingerich Touareg tool bag, sort of an enduro tool bag, but they don't make them anymore. So what I've done is I just bought a cheap one off eBay. It was less than a tenner, all in posted, and I've fitted it to the rack the same way that I had the last one fitted. I just punched 3 holes in and used the rack securing bolts to hold the tool bag to it. It's getting on in the afternoon, that's why the sun's low in the sky. Although the days are now getting longer. We've had about a week, 10 days of the days getting longer now, so before you know it, we'll be in the middle of summer and the palm trees will be wafting in the tropical breeze. Yeah, okay, the UK is never quite like that, but so my last video was a little bit disastrous. I went over on a very foggy night to film the street decorations, Christmas street decorations in Shrewsbury, and the fog was giving me issues with this camera, the one I'm using now. Forward facing, it was just getting covered in moisture, and the image was truly terrible, so I couldn't use it. Fortunately on that occasion I did have the rear facing camera, which was what you got. I think the decorations are up until the end of the week. If I can be bothered, I might pop over again. Failing that, you'll have to wait another year. So let's have a quick scroll through here. Well, that's not bad. Yeah, my average fuel consumption thing is working as well. Over 70 to the gallon average. I've only just reset it, mind. This just might be the most economical bike I've ever owned, I'm not sure. I haven't used it much since sorting out the fuel gauge, so that's not a true reading. You need to run it for a good while really to you know, to get an average over a few months. Plenty of traffic around, given there isn't that much open. Now I've got I have made a little bit of a, it's a very small to-do list, or places to go list really, for 2022. The one I've been threatening to do for a long time is I do want to go and have a look at the Triumph Museum that they have at the Triumph factory, which is sort of around about 60 miles away from here. That's something I want to go and have a look at. Some old film bikes, like I believe there's one of the Great Escape bikes there, if not the Great Escape bike. Some racing bikes and numerous other bits and pieces. I just want to go and have a nosy at that. And the other thing I'd like to do is go and have a go at the flat track school. I believe there's several of them around the UK. But many moons ago I used to compete in motocross, and I kind of busted myself up pretty badly, and I was never quite the same afterwards. And it was my right leg really that suffered the most. But the great thing about flat track is it's left and fast, so your right leg stays on the foot peg unless you fall off. So if flat track had been around in the UK when I quit motocross, I may well have had a go at that. Flat track or supermoto racing, neither of which really were around in the UK when back in my day when I was riding motocross. This person's going to crawl over these speed bumps. First opportunity, I am going past them, which is right now. So watch out for them. The Triumph Museum, don't know what to do. I would probably record a bit there and then part of the journey on the way home. It is actually quite a boring journey. So the museum would be more interesting. Flat track, don't even know whether they let you film it, but if I take my helmet along and it's got a camera stuck to it, what are they going to do? I don't believe how warm, or how mild, it's not warm, but it's mild. I don't believe how mild it is today. I'm not sure I've ever known a 1st of January quite like this one. If this is global warming, then I'm all for it. And let's face it, if I was on an electric bike right now, you wouldn't hear anything except for me. And the only girls who'd want to have sex with me would be the ones with short hair and sensible shoes. Whereas right now, all the biker chicks just throw themselves at me. Yeah, I wish. But it sounds well. Anyone who transfers from internal combustion to electric is going to miss this. But I guess people who are born into electric, if that's the way it's going to go, I guess they won't know any different. Right, that's pretty much it from me. Don't forget, notification bell, thumbs up, subscribe to me please, nice people, and enjoy, and any comments I will try and answer them personally. So yeah, you know, questions about the bikes, anything you'd like to see me do, or any information that I might be able to give you. I mean, I might not be able to answer your questions, but I'll give it my best shot. But yeah, anything along those lines, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do. So until the next time, take it easy. Take care and look out for my next video. Thank you and goodbye.